Hi there again. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In the past couple weeks, or past week really, probably since we last talked, I've had two book shows. I had one on a Friday night, and then a week later, I had one on Saturday. Did pretty good at the book shows. I felt like we did pretty good. Here I am at the Belpre Christian Academy Arts and Crafts Fair that they have every year. It's actually the first time I've been to this event, so not sure how well it'll work today, but I'll be here from 9 to 3. Had a pretty good day selling books today down here in Belpre, Ohio. Place went better than I thought. I actually sold some books for a WWA friend who passed away not too long ago. That was pretty cool. Book shows I rarely make a profit at book shows. And I know people that do. I know people that do very well at book shows. I've never personally done well at them. I don't aim for a lot, and often I'm not disappointed. Now, I try to sell books, and I do push them, but I quite often don't make my expenses on such things. To me, book shows, in my case, and I'm sure there's others that make money from them. I've never made much money from book shows. There are a few that I do quite well at, but most of the time I don't. Book shows to me are about exposure. Do well at a book show, people get your books out. You never know whose hand you're putting a book in. You never know what that might mean to you and where that might go, and where that book you're selling, what hands it ends up in. I know some people say it's like throwing spaghetti against the wall to see what sticks, but I believe that every book you put out there, you put it on a path through a journey, and sometimes, and you may get lucky. You may be blessed. The Lord may smile on you. That book wind up in the hands of something that maybe somebody wants to do a film on your. That's not something I really plan for. I can't say I don't aspire to it, but to me, it's a little bit like pie in the sky. I don't really expect such things to happen to me. They're not out of the realm of possibility, but I don't spend a lot of time focusing on that because those things just don't happen very often. And many times the people, and I know several people that have had their books optioned by Hollywood, and they never saw anything ever come of it. So just because somebody comes and contracts for an option on your book to make it into a film or a television series or even a documentary, just because they sign an option for the book doesn't necessarily mean that's going to happen. So you don't want to get too excited about it, even if it does. Yes, I'll pay you some money for it, which is something always to get a little excited about. But very few people I know of have had much success in that realm. And even when their books were optioned for films, they didn't see anything come of it. So it's a tall order for that to happen to people. It happens to not that many people. We had some good times at book show this week, and I enjoyed it. In this week's Did You Know segment, I wanted to talk about a man named Tom Mix. Tom Mix was a star of Westerns during the silent film era. He loved those things, and he crossed over into the area of talkies, but I don't think Tom Mix preferred those. He preferred the films that he'd done earlier, and he liked the silent films. He made a lot of money. He was quite successful at it. You may or may not have heard of him. If you've ever watched the film Tombstone and you stayed till the end, you saw where Burt Lancaster was narrating there at the end, and he mentions that William Hart and Tom Mix, silent movie era, they were pallbearers at Wyatt Earp's funeral in 1929, and it said Tom Mix cried. Tom Mix, he was immensely successful in the talkies. He was incredibly wealthy, but Tom Mix, and this is the part I wanted to share with you today. Tom Mix died in a strange way. In 1940, Tom Mix liked expensive cars, he liked fast cars, and he liked to drive fast. A lot of people said he lived pretty fast too, but he was running real fast, and he failed. He was out west, I think north of Tucson, and he came upon this place where they were working on the road, and he was going too fast to notice that they, maybe the flagman or whatever. And anyway, his car crashed, and Tom Mix had a suitcase in the back, one of the steel suitcases that they had way back in those days. The steel suitcase hit Tom Mix in the back of the head when his car wrecked and broke his neck. And that's how Tom Mix died. That was the end of the road for Tom Mix. That's your Did You Know segment for today. I thank you for stopping in. Catch you next week. Bye now.